Hey yo, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to the Chill Reactions channel, man. Look, I just did a reaction to a couple of kind of dark, kind of sad videos. So just to lift my spirits up, this video is about random acts of kindness, man. Faith in humanity restored. Look, humanity is beautiful, man, but at the same time it's really fucked up. You know, we got both sides of the spectrum, the yin and the yang, you know, type of shit. So yeah, let's get straight to it. This is about interesting facts, shout out to them. And yeah, let's get straight to it, man.
Firemen spotted an unconscious kitten laying lifeless on the floor of a burning house.
Oh damn.
A few moments later, the fireman puts an oxygen
kitty.
mask around its face while using cold water to bring the unconscious patient back to life.
Aww.
A Russian policeman used his patrol car to stop a speeding car, saving the lives of the pedestrians crossing the road. It is a good thing that it only took him just seconds to act. Even though some people were a little banged up,
Wow.
no one was injured. This woman notices an old man shuffling across the busy street when it begins to rain. She rushes towards him to give him an umbrella. What a great act of kindness.
And she came from the other side of the road. Wow. God bless her
Towards him
soul.
to give him an umbrella. What a great act of kindness.
Yeah.
An old man is seen crossing a road with cars and becomes frightened and freezes. Another man jumps out of his car and gives the old guy a piggyback ride to safety. Here's a father returning from the military as a huge surprise gift for his family.
Oh damn. That's great.
An off-duty policeman is walking by a river with his family and notices a woman screaming for help. Without thinking twice, he leaps into the river towards the struggling child. Watch as the crowd helps them get back on dry land. These people formed a human chain to save their dog trapped in undercurrents of a spillway drain.
Jesus. The good boy is holding on though.
Watch what
Hold on,
happens.
good boy. Yeah.
Watch as this guy removes chunks of grass and dirt covering a drain on a highway.
Look at that, he cleared that and look at that go. Amazing.
Look. I'm gonna make an I don't know what it's called. English is not my native language. But in compilations like this, don't put music, man, behind it. Don't try to you know, to create an emotion on the people watching it. Just leave the clips how they are to just observe them. I mean, putting sad music behind it is kind of cringe. You know, but I mean, yeah, whatever. It's not that. It's not annoying, so yeah.
Look at the clock in your bathtub. It's unbelievable.
Hold on, what is going on here?
A highway.
Look at that, he cleared that.
Oh, it's a
and look at that
highway.
go. Amazing.
Damn.
Oh, look at the clock in your bathtub. It's unbelievable. How
That guy's
yes. started circling.
And here's the
Yes.
same road a few minutes later.
Damn.
Here's a 6-year-old boy who gave his allowance to a homeless man. This Kenyan runner, Kenneth Kipkemoi, has some difficulties finishing a 10-kilometer race. He tries his best to cross his line, but fails every time.
Jesus.
Few moments later, another runner, Simon Chapreau, picks him up and helps him cross the finish line and holds him up until medics can arrive. Simon's win was forfeited to help his friend, but he
that's
was later
respect right
awarded
there.
$15,000 for his sportsmanlike deed.
Yep. That is
This-
sports. That is sports right there. That's what sports should be like, man. Yeah, shout out to both of those guys.
$15,000 for his sportsmanlike deed. This is the tear-jerking moment when the boyfriend of a girl helps her shave her head because she suffers from alopecia, which makes your hair fall out. You can see it's tough on her. But then her boyfriend shaves his head in support of her and she bursts into tears. Truly heartwarming. Some fishermen in Russia caught something other than fish. A swan trapped and tangled up in a mess of fishing line. It looked like the swan had all but given up and was resting upside down, its head lying on its stomach. Fishing
What is
line
it
had tangled the big
trapping?
swan to some tree branches,
Oh.
and the line was wrapped around its neck several times. It takes some time to finally get the line off the bird, but the bird is so tangled up, the fisherman brings it to the shore and uses scissors to finish the job. The swan is now free and looks like it will recover, and another swan, possibly its mate, was watching the whole rescue. It sure was nice of these guys to take the time from fishing to save an animal.
Swans are beautiful. Swans are beautiful, but don't fuck with them. Don't fuck with them. They got claws. They can really attack. From what I've seen, I would never mess with a. I would never mess with them.
This
But
child
yeah.
was walking along in the rain when he noticed a brick over a drain and
Oh,
picked it up.
shit.
Underneath
Yeah.
is a bunch of garbage. He starts to
Oh.
remove the junk,
Oh.
and the water starts to drain. Just doing a friendly deed.
I mean, yeah, that is good. of
In
course.
Amsterdam, a dog playing fell into a canal
Damn, said
and wasn't able to
Amsterdam.
climb out. A woman passing by jumped into the water to save the animal. She looks to be having a rough time when another man jumps in to help.
Damn.
After a little bit of a struggle, the dog is finally brought back to the bank. These office workers could have just drank their hot coffee in front of the cold window washers outside on a scaffold, but that would be rude. Instead, the guys outside get a nice surprise when the office buys them a coffee.
That's a job I would never do.
What you're witnessing is a daring attempt to rescue a 9-year-old black Labrador named Hardy that was out on a walk and found himself trapped in the
wow.
partially frozen river. Fire and rescue services were called, who crawled across the thin ice.
Good boy!
The dog is back on shore where he's dried off and happily wagging his tail, thanking his rescuers.
Yeah. It's probably as much as there.
Had these kind people not been there, the worst could have happened. Here you see a guy successfully rescuing foxes that fell in a concrete storage drain.
Damn. He climbed that quick.
Sometimes there's truly positive acts of kindness like these window cleaners disguised as superheroes.
Oh, for a child. Yeah.
And here you see the emotions of a little girl named Bedell from Nigeria after receiving a doll. Some guys notice a couple of seal pups need help and capture them. Fishing line is wrapped around the neck of the first animal.
You gonna get better now?
They cut it off and the baby seal runs back to the ocean. The second seal has plastic wrapped around its neck. When they cut it off and open the net, the seal is calm, relaxed, and not trying to bite.
Seals are so cute, man. I mean, I think they're called, we call them sea dogs or whatever. They're really cute. They're really
Anyone. It likes to be pet and wants to hang around with its new friends.
Yep. It's like a dog.
Asrar
The dog
Khan
of the
Usmani
seas.
has saved so many animals, the people have nicknamed him the Spider-Man of Bangalore. Because he climbs tall
Oh, I
buildings and
seen
trees to help
something
the
about
animals.
that guy.
He's rescued cats, dogs, monkeys, and birds that have been
He's a
trapped in
superhero.
difficult places.
He's a hero.
He also
Superhero.
works with veterinarians and firefighters
Damn.
anytime an animal needs help. Asrar is a random act of kindness just
Jesus,
waiting to
look
happen.
At that. Wow.
A woman uses a pair of kitchen tongs to snatch 4 baby ducks out of a sewer drain they had fallen into.
Oh, look, she hears him! She hears him! Go back! Oh, that's like the sweetest reunion ever.
A man from San Diego took part in a random act of kindness project and came up with the idea to take some homeless people out to breakfast. Being homeless once himself, he rounded up some hungry-looking people from the street and gathered them together at a restaurant for breakfast. No, he's not rich, and he didn't win the lottery, and is still trying to survive himself. A man in Perth, Australia stepped into a gap between the train wagon and the platform, and his leg was stuck. Authorities tried to free him. When this didn't work, they asked everyone inside the cars to go outside and help push the train enough so the man could get his leg out. On the second try, he was free.
All those people though.
A traffic
Yo,
cop
that's
runs over to help an
crazy.
old lady get across the road safely.
Damn.
He was free. Train enough so the man could get his.
He got his leg stuck.
They asked everyone inside the cars to go outside and help push the train enough so the man
Yo.
could get his leg out. On the second try, he was free.
Jesus. Now that's wow.
A traffic cop runs over to help an old lady get across the road safely. A man with special adult needs found himself behind on his home taxes, and he had lost all the people that had helped care for him: his mother, grandmother, his father, and his brother. Neighbors learned that he had a $50,000 tax lien placed on his house, and he might end up losing his home. They started a GoFundMe page and was able to raise enough money to save his home, and at the last moment, a neighbor donated $3,000 for additional taxes. That's a lot of kindness. Eugene Yoon wanted to do a life-altering act of kindness. He saw a video on his Facebook page about a man named Arthur who was unable to walk. Eugene knew he had to help him, but it would cost $80,000. Eugene quit his job and hiked from the California-Mexico border to Canada. People donated to his cause, and he was able to buy the robotic exoskeleton so Arthur could walk again.
Ooh. And
He then went searching for another random act of kindness project and met Alberto Velasquez, a seamster that lives with 24 family members under a single roof. Eugene said that for years he wanted to start a clothing line, and Alberto had inspired him to finally do it. Now Alberto gets paid making shirts that Eugene sells on kinlovgrad.com. A win-win act of kindness.
Shout out to that guy, man.
In China 2017, 2 cars collided at an intersection. The car overturns, leaving the driver trapped inside as a man tries to pull him out. But it's not going to happen. But within 20 minutes, more than 20 people rushed to
they
help
push
push
it up.
the small SUV back
Wow.
to the upright position. Believe it or not, no one was injured in the accident. Traffic can be scary. A small dog was hit by a car that didn't stop. That's when an 11-year-old boy raced out into the street facing oncoming traffic and picked up the injured dog and brought him to safety. That's a super dangerous thing for a small, young child to do. The boy was praised for his heroic actions.
And
A man who looks inebriated was
His
crossing a
heroic
railway
actions.
with his bike when he tripped and fell down with the bike. The man then and starts to pick up the items on the ground.
the fuck?
Fell down with the bike. The man then and starts to pick up the items
from
on
the
the
video,
ground.
that's not
Unaware
my
there's a
cut.
train he can't see behind him, headed towards his way at full speed. Railway workers start running towards the man, and one just barely tackles and pushes the man off the
Oh,
tracks as the
damn,
train speeds by. In Bangladesh, a flooded river separated a baby deer from its family. But a local teenage boy took the tiny deer in his hands, raised his arms, and crossed the river. Sometimes the water was even above this brave kid's head while he skillfully crossed the river, bringing the animal to the shore. No one was hurt, but the man spent 9 years in prison.
What
That's all we got for now, folks. If you
the
love
fuck?
the river, bringing the animal to the shore.
What is this?
No one was hurt, but the man spent 9 years in prison.
Okay,
That's all we got.
Okay, I guess. Look, that was wholesome. wholesome. It was pretty nice, man. People are really nice and really bad at the same time. But yeah, I hope that brought your spirits up, brought your mood up, or whatever. So yeah, stay chillin', man. Support your guy as always. And yeah, till the next one. Peace.